The productized service menu, replacing custom quote with instant checkout. Stop trading DMs for quotes. Turn your freelance service into fixed scope. Fixed price packages buyers can pay for on the spot. What's your rate? Is the most expensive question in freelancing. Not because the answer is hard, because answering it live over and over in DMs and discovery calls is a full-time unpaid job stacked on top of your actual work. Every "let's hop on a call to discuss pricing" is a toll booth between a ready buyer and your bank account. And most of that traffic just turns around and leaves. The fix isn't a better sales script. It's removing the negotiation entirely with a short menu of named, fixed price packages someone can pay for the moment they decide they want it. No call, no quote, no back and forth. Why custom quote is quietly costing you clients. Think about the buyer's side of a typical freelance inquiry. They find you, they like your work, and they're ready to move. Right now, at 11 p.m. on a Tuesday. Then they hit a wall. DM me for pricing, or book a call to discuss your needs. That wall doesn't filter for serious buyers. It filters for patient ones. Some fraction of your best fit, most ready to pay leads simply close the tab. Because explaining their project and waiting for a reply feels bigger than their current motivation. You never hear from them. A named package with a visible price removes every one of those steps. The buyer sees exactly what they get and can act on the impulse that brought them to your page. The real cost isn't lost sales, it's lost hours. Every custom quote also costs unpaid labor. Reading the inquiry, scoping it, replying, scheduling, and running a call, following up. Multiply that by every prospect who never converts, and just ask for a quote is one of the most expensive parts of your business. Step 1. Find the shape hiding in your custom work. Almost no freelance service is actually as custom as it feels. Pull up your last 10-15 client projects and look for the repeating skeleton underneath the surface variation. A brand designer who thinks every logo project is unique will usually find the same 3 phases every time. Discovery mood board, 2 to 3 concept directions, and finalization plus file. A copywriter finds the same pattern. Research, draft, 1 revision round. The custom feeling parts, tone, industry, client quirks, sit on top of a structure that barely changes. That structure is your package. List your last 10-15 projects and write 1 line for what each one actually included. Circle the steps that appeared in nearly all of them. That's your core deliverable. Note what varied. Turnaround time. Number of revisions, extra assets. That's your tier lever. Throw out the outlier requests that only happened once. Those become custom add-ons later, not a package. Step 2. Build 2-3 packages, not 1 menu of everything. Resist the urge to productize your entire service catalog on day 1. 2 or 3 tiers is the sweet spot. Enough to let buyers self-select by budget and ambition, not so many that the decision itself becomes new friction. A clean structure that works across almost every service business. A starter tier that solves 1 narrow, urgent problem fast. A core tier that's your bread and butter full engagement. And a premium tier that adds speed, more rounds, or a bit of your direct time. Name them like products, not invoice line items. Launch page sprint sells better than web design package B. Notice what's fixed in every row, the deliverable, the number of revisions, and the timeline. Those 3 variables are exactly what used to get negotiated on every call. Nail them down once, in writing, on the package page, and the negotiation disappears along with the hours you used to spend having it. Step 3. Protect the fixed scope like it's the whole product. The single biggest risk of productizing is scope creep, quietly turning your fixed price package back into unpaid custom work. The fix is to write the boundary into the package description itself, so the buyer agrees before they pay. Not after they ask for just one more small thing. Spell out what's included, and, just as importantly, what isn't. Revision rounds, what counts as a revision versus a new request, turnaround time, and rush upgrade cost. A buyer who reads 2 rounds of revisions included, additional rounds $75 each, before checkout won't argue about round 3. They already agreed to the rule. A specific, one-line name, not package 1, a bulleted list of exactly what's delivered, a stated number of revision rounds, a stated turnaround time, a fixed price, no starting at, a clear note on what's not included, so buyers self-select correctly, any custom checkout fields you need, brand name, brief, file uploads, collected at purchase, not in a follow-up email. Step 4. Make the menu the whole checkout, not just a price list. A price list on a PDF or a pinned tweet still requires a human step to collect payment. You're back to invoicing, chasing, and delay. The point of productizing is that the moment someone decides to buy, they can, without waiting on you. This is where store.fan earns its keep. List your 2-3 packages as products on one link, each with its own fixed price and custom checkout fields for the intake details you need, brand name, project brief, a file upload. Apple Pay and Google Pay work automatically, so a buyer on their phone at midnight can go from reading your premium package to paying in under a minute. The second payment clears, instant automatic delivery sends a confirmation on screen and by email. No manual follow-up required. I used to lose a week of momentum per client just going back and forth on scope and price. Now the scope is the checkout page. Nobody negotiates a fixed price menu. If you want to see this in practice before building your own, a live example store shows how a real creator lays out multiple offers on a single page without it looking like a cluttered price list. The layout does a lot of the persuasion work for you. Clean tiers, one obvious next action per package. No scrolling through paragraphs to find the price. Step 5. Keep a narrow door open for real custom work. Productizing doesn't mean you can never do a bespoke project again. It means custom work becomes something a buyer specifically asks for, rather than the default path everyone gets funneled into. Add a 4th, unpriced line at the bottom of your menu. Need something bigger or different? Contact us. And route the handful of people who actually need it to a real conversation. Because that's now a small minority instead of every inquiry. You can give those calls real attention instead of triaging them between everything else. What changes once the menu goes live? The shift is bigger than save time on quoting. A fixed, visible menu changes how people perceive you. Named packages read as more established than DM for a quote, even at the same price. It also changes what you can build on top of the storefront. Broadcast a campaign email when you add a new tier. Run a limited time discount code on your starter package to fill a slow week. And check Google Analytics on the Pro plan to see which package actually gets clicks before you decide what to promote next. None of that is possible when your pricing page is a sentence in your Instagram bio. Start small. You don't need to productize your entire service catalog to test this. Pick your single most requested offer, turn it into one named, fixed price package, and put just that one live. If it sells, add tier 2. None of this requires a rebuild of how you work. It requires writing down the boundaries you've probably already learned the hard way, and putting a price tag on them where a buyer can act on it immediately. Create your store, list your first 2 packages, and stop being the bottleneck in your own sales process. For more frameworks like this one, the blog has guides on pricing ladders, discount timing, and bundling that pair well with a productized menu. Key takeaways. Custom quotes add friction at the exact moment a buyer is most motivated. Every extra step loses people 2-3 named packages, not hourly rate. Let strangers self-select without talking to you first. Fix scope, protects your time as much as fixed price protects your income. Instant checkout turns your bio link into a 24/7 sales rep. Even while you sleep or work with other clients, you can still offer custom work. Just make it the exception buyers ask for, not the default they're forced into. Start your creator store free at store.fan.